Hello everybody, it's Basilisk here, and welcome back to another episode of Infinite Skies. And today, what I'd like to do is actually get to a Tier 4 Blood Altar. And there's a lot to do in that, and I've done a few things off camera to get ourselves all sorted out for getting into this. Hopefully I've done enough, there is a lot to do. So, without further ado, let's have a look at what I've changed here in our Tier 3 altar. Well, first thing is we've got a mob spawn at the top, which, if I turn off the lights there, with the cursed earth, we'll have mob spawn. They can then fall down here, and I can sacrifice them to get their blood into the altar. So, that works a lot better than me using the sacrificial orb. I do have a vacuum hopper over there, but it's actually now all full up anyway, or the chest is pretty much getting full up. And I tend to find everything goes into my inventory anyway, mainly because I've got the magnetization ring on. But this tends to fill up that pretty quickly. It can take a lot of LP though to do some of the things that we have to do. I've been making a lot of reinforced slates, and each one of these takes 3000 LP. So this process can take a long time. That's where these Rune of Sacrifice come in. They increase the amount of LP you get per mob kill, so that's making it a bit easier. Then I've got speed runes down here, which are used to speed up the process of doing the conversions in the Blood Altar. And these ones, which are Rune of Dislocation, which we'll get to more in just a second. But let's first have a look at, once I've got rid of that, look at how to actually make these. So the Rune of Sacrifice was the first one I got. I had to make a few more sacrificial daggers and some imbued slate. So you have to get to Tier 3 altar first to do this anyway. So in total that's 8000 LP, because it has to go through the levels of blank slate, then reinforced slate, then you get the imbued slate. So we need that. I did actually make some thaumium, because I need that for this, and that's just the normal blood runes. I have also got the Tier 3 Blood Orb, and the recipe for this is a thaumium block. Now, I didn't get the Tier 2 one, because that needs prismarine, and to get prismarine you need this alchemy catalyst, and I haven't gone down that path yet. We'll do that another time. So, what else has changed over here? Well, that's where these Rune of Dislocation come in. They are used to be able to transfer or aid in transferring LP in and out of the Blood Altar. So if you're not aware, the LP in the Blood Altar is actually a fluid, and the Blood Altar has two different tanks in it. The one that you can see up the top here, and one that you can't see, but which holds, I'm pretty sure, 1 bucket's worth of fluid that then acts as a buffer for being able to input and output out of there. So if we go downstairs, what I've got down here is these conduits. So I've got fluid conduits, which are ender fluid conduits I'm using, and I've got a redstone conduit. Now, I've just put my sword in there. It's a problem with right clicking on that. But this, I've got it so that it will only pull out when it gets a redstone signal, and that's the red redstone signal, and it will put in at any time. Then further down here I've got fluid import and fluid export buses, and these are used to transfer in and out of the AE network the life essence. So each of these is then controlled by these redstone signals. So I've got a green one here which controls this one over here, I'm pretty sure, which means if we go upstairs, When I pull this, LP will be, the life essence will be taken out of the A network and put into the Ultra up here, which aids in crafting with that. When I pull the other one, then it will take LP out of the Ultra here and put that into our AE network. So the thing with that is, by default, this can transfer 20 millibuckets per second, which is not a lot at all. With these extra 12 runes of dislocation here, that actually increases that to 123 millibuckets per second, which is also not a lot. So I made another 20, and we're going to use those as part of our setting up for the next level of the Blood Altar. But I just realised I hadn't actually taken you through the other runes. So the Rune of Speed is actually a really simple one to make. That's just reinforced slate and sugar. And the Rune of Dislocation, it's a bit more tricky. We had to go down into Aquasalis, which is made in the alchemic chemistry set, like so, which you first have to get the simple catalyst like that. So, yes, I made an alchemical chemistry set. As I said, there was a lot that needed to be done for this. But with the extra lot of runes of dislocation down there, we'll actually be able to transfer 470 millibuckets per second, which should be enough for our purposes. Because my goal is to have a huge amount of life essence in AE and basically make all the crafting really quick up here, so we'll have some more speed runes as well. So, to get to a tier 4 altar, what we're going to need are these large bloodstone bricks, which we need a weak blood shard for. Now, weak blood shards, yeah, there's no recipe for that. Well, to get the weak blood shards, I'm pretty sure, this is all going off memory right this second, but I'm pretty sure that we need a bound sword. So, and here we go down the rabbit hole. A bound sword is a binding ritual with a sword of the Zephyr. Okay, well, it's time that we got our infusion altar all set up then, isn't it? So let's get ourselves that runic matrix, and we're also going to need some arcane stone. I've been making a lot of that. One of the side effects of actually going up there and sacrificing all those mobs is when I've got my wand in my inventory, it keeps on getting filled up. I don't have to go out to find any nodes to do that. So we're going to need some pedestals, and that I'm pretty sure is like so, and we will need a few of them. How many did I lay out here? Because I've laid out this area to set out where all the pedestals are going to be. So 4, 8, 10, 12, and we need one for the middle, so that will be 13. There we go. We're going to need a lot more pedestals than this in the end. There are some really crazy infusions that we need to do, especially late game, and we'll get to those. Not right now. But anyway, the next thing to do is we're going to need some arcane stone bricks, and so the arcane stone bricks go on the bottom, and then the normal stone blocks go on the top. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we need these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Need to have a spacer block on top of that. And then this is going to go up there. And I can take that out now. Okay, that wand is filled back up. I've got 25 of each of the aspects that we need there, of each of these, and let's right click this. Shift right click, left click. Oh, does this wand not work? Oh. 110 average V cost. I need a new wand. Okay, so one of the other things that I did that I needed for some of the other recipes that we're doing was great wood logs. So I think I'll make the wand rod out of great wood this time. So the recipe for these is pretty simple, you could say. Arbor and precantatio inside the crucible, and drop in some oak wood. And this, I basically just used oak wood for the arbor and ender pearls for the precantatio. So that's what got us that. So now I should be able to make myself a gold capped greatwood wand. That's going to come in handy. Now I need to go fill it up. Okay, now I think that we should be able to do this. So, right click, and there we go. Our infusion altar is now ready to go. So, let's see, what do we want to make? We want to make the Sword of the Zephyr, this guy here. So we need 2 air shards, not a problem. Thomion's sword, well, I got a bit of Thomium, so that shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Thomnium, 2 of those. We need a stick. There we go. Thomnium sword. Okay. We also need a diamond and a great wood log. And this is what I needed that great wood log for and why I decided to make them. So here we go. A great wood log. I'll get a couple of them. It's good to have some extra pieces on you just in case they get destroyed in the process. We're also going to need a diamond. That shouldn't be a problem. Oh, only 2,500 diamonds. Okay, and this is going to be set up with the sword in the middle. Then we have diamond at one side. It's good to keep things as balanced as possible with this. So a diamond there. We can put a great wood log there. Then air shard, air shard. Now we also need to get some potentia, motus, and air. Now to do that, we're first going to have to make ourselves another crucible. So that's not hard to do. We're also going to have to make some alembics. So let's have a look at that. Alembic, these guys. Buckets, iron, gold, and V-filter. Well, there are actually 2 ways of making V-filters. You can use silverwood planks, or if you've done the research, you can do it using silk meshes. So either way will actually work for us. I did get some silverwood as well, so let's make a few V-filters. I know I'm going to need tons of them over time. And how do you make planks out of it? Do we need to do that in here? Yes. Okay, well that'll be enough for now, and we're going to need some gold for that. So let's make these alembics. Well, actually first we need the V-filters, so that's the silverwood planks and the gold ingots, and we're not going to be able to make a lot of those with that wand. So I'll put that one in, and let's go with that for the moment. So we should now be able to go. So I think I want either 3 or 4 of these. I may as well see if I can make the 4. I've got 4 buckets on me, so there we go. 1, 2, 3. Well, we can make 3 for the moment. Unless 4. Ah, there we go. Here we go, our chemical furnace. And where should we put this guy? Just here for now, I think. And we'll put the alembics on top. 3, 4. I'm going to do a lot of automation with this, but I don't need that right this second. What we need to do, though, is get ourselves some of those different aspects that we needed. So I'll use coal for now to burn, and let's burn down some coal as well. So the coal is going to give us potentia. We'll also get some ignis as well, so that should come in handy at some point. We're going to need to get ourselves some files to be able to take this stuff out. Now, is there anything special about files? Clay. No. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I might just get, 2 stacks of them. Seems good to me. And I really should make the goggles of revealing, because at the moment I can't see what's in those. I can get it out though, so I've got some ignis, and that's some potentia. Sweet. Okay, so that should be all of those aspects that we got out of there, and that's actually plenty for what we need. Now, if we go for some trapdoors, and we'll again do 16 of them, and this will get us the specifically the motors that we need. The arbor we don't need right now. Again, not a problem. So we've got motors now, we've got potentia. The last one that we needed for the Sword of the Zephyr was some air, I think. Let's just double check that. Yes, some air. So for that, I was just going to use air shards. 8 of those. We'll get 2 air off each of those. Now that we've got all of those different essentia, how are we actually going to get the altar to use them? Well, that's where we have to look into water jars. So water jars are pretty simple, just mana glass and some kind of slab. Well, I have plenty of mana glass and slabs. I have quite a few slabs. So let's get ourselves, for now we really only need 3 of them, but we'll need a lot more in the future. Let's see how many I can make right now. Oh, they don't take much. So there we go, we've got 9 of them, and as I said, all we need for now are 3. So I can put those down anywhere within a reasonably far range from here. I can't remember off the top of my head what the range is, but it's quite a way. I'll just put them here though, and then we can put in, we really only need a little bit, but I'll put in double the amount anyway. It's good to have extra, because if things go wrong, the altar will pull in extra of the essentia. Now, all I have to do is whack this and stand back and watch the show. So at the moment it's pulling in all the essentia from those jars there. Then it's going to start pulling in the items. There we go. There's 1, 2 air shards, the diamond, the great wood log, and we have the Sword of the Zephyr. Sweet! Now all we have to do is a ritual on it. And for this, it's back to blood magic. So, we need ritual stones. We need a master one, and we're going to need, I think it's 24 ritual stones. And for this, we need these reinforced slates, which I made up a whole bunch in preparation because basically you need a bunch of them. So, and they take a fair bit of time. So if we put that in there, I put my Magician's Blood Orb in there, and let's get let's get 32. We shouldn't need all of those, but we'll get them anyway. And we'll get the Master Ritual Stone. Now you can actually place out the ritual all automatically using this Ritual Diviner, this guy. But I don't want to have to go down Witchery right at this moment just to get this, so you can also do it manually. We're still going to need each of these chalks though. So for that we need one of each of these, and they need to be imbued with some blood. Let's turn off the drain, turn on fill up. How much do they actually take? 1,000 LP. That's not much at all. So as you can see, blood is actually coming into my altar right now, and we have over 1,000. So I can put that guy in. We'll get one chalk. So each of these are each of the different runes from Britannia. The 4 elements, I guess you could call them. There we go. And this one. Still not used to this jetpack. I'm not sure I'll ever be used to this jetpack. Stop it from filling up. So, we now have our chalks, and we can place the Master Ritual Stone in the middle, and we need, and this is going to take a bit of getting right, we want one of these in each of these. We then have to actually change them to be different types. And then there is 2 up behind each of these. And what we're doing here is the Ritual of Binding. So, that one there, like so. Now we just have to use the right chalk on the right ones. So, Earth, where does that go? I think the Earth ones are that one, that one, that one, and that one. Water goes on these ones. I hope I'm getting this right. Fire goes on these ones. And air must go on these ones. There we go. So that should now all be good. So what do we do with that? Next step. We need an activation crystal. One of these guys. So we need buckets of lava, watered glass, an empty core, which we can make. Mana diamond I think I have. What don't we have? We need 1 more bucket of lava and 2 lots of watered glass. So 2 of the things in here that you might have noticed that I haven't talked about it. These Magicales and Crystallos. These are just two other alchemic chemistry set recipes. Pretty simple, really. Ice, snow, more of the same there. I'll just get... I think we only need one lot of this for now, so I'll just get one right now. Put that in there. Get myself yet another bucket. And go get myself some lava. There we go, a lava crystal. And with the lava crystal, we can now put that into here. How much LP does this one require? 10,000. Put our lava crystal in there, and we should very quickly have our weak activation thing. Weak activation, what is it called? Crystal. Okay, so now we've got this. Okay, from memory, again. I hope I'm doing this right. What we have to do is drop this. I should actually take my ring off. Drop this there and right click that with that. You feel a pull, but you're too weak to push any further. I guess I need more life essence in my network. So I need my orb. So to load more life essence into my soul network, all I do is put my orb into the altar and then kill things, and all of the life essence that goes into there will get drained into my network. And if I use my division sigil, I can right click that in the air and find out how much is in my network. Not sure off the top of my head how much I need for this particular ritual, so let's just get a whole bunch. I now have 39,000, and I'm hoping that's enough. So let's try this again. Grab my weak activation crystal, drop the sword, right click it. No. Oh, there we go. And there we go. A bound sword. And we get the Blood Orb trophy. Woohoo! Got another trophy! Sweet. Okay. So, I'll just drop that trophy off. Now, how much did that actually use? Maybe it didn't use anything. Maybe I wasn't close enough when I actually did it. So this guy uses blood from our network, and when you kill mobs, you can get those blood crystals. So I need to right click. Wait a second. Shift right click. Bound blade. It's bound to me. Now, hopefully this should be getting those blood orb thingies. Blood. Let's find out what they're called. I think I just saw one go in there. These weak blood shards. That's what I want. Okay. Weak blood shards. And the uses for these? Well, there are a few different uses. The one that we want, though, is this one here. We need 4 ritual stones. Well, we've got that. And a weak blood shard. Okay. 4 ritual stones. 1, 2, 3, 4. a weak blood shard. I need to use my orb. Put that in there. And we'll get our large bloodstones. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is put in these runes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go, large bloodstone bricks. And let's put these ones down here. Now, hopefully, this will be a reasonable balance. What I want is I want it to be really quick for crafting, and be able to keep the altar full just from what's inside the tank. So the speed that the life essence can be transferred in and out needs to be really good. Let's see if we can get that going. Over here. There. Now, hopefully, that's a tier 4 altar. Yay! Okay, now, let's speed right past there. How much life essence do I have here? 114 buckets. Well, let's say we wanted some reinforced slates. Then we'd want to get, let's say we wanted 32 reinforced slates. That should be workable, actually. Okay, this is off. This is set to pull out reinforced slates. So, if I now turn on my full, let's see how fast this fills up. Oh, that's pretty quick. And if I put these in there, can it keep up? That seems to be working to me. And this is going to be excellent once we've got the Well of Suffering underneath and have a huge amount of life essence. No more worrying about how much blood is in the altar. It's just going to be constantly stocked full of blood. Sweet. So, that'll be all for this episode. I think next time what we should actually look at doing, we'll have to get the ritual diviner so we can make rituals without placing the blocks out by hand, because the next one is going to be a lot more tricky. The next one we're going to do is the Well of Suffering, which is going to go underneath down there, and will make the collection of life essence totally autonomous. We wouldn't have to worry about life essence at all after that. So until next time, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great week, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing what I was doing here with the Blood Altar. There's a lot more that I want to do with automation of the Blood Altar, and especially also Thaumcraft. So come back to see more of that. Until next time, have a great week, and I'll see you again later. Bye!